Hello guys, this is Donald Movies, and welcome to the World of Warcraft lore Q&A episode number 53. Now in this video, pretty much as always, I will just respond to your questions that you have left in the previous video, and if you want to leave your questions or get them answered in the next video, feel free to send them over Facebook and Twitter, as I will try to respond to them if I don't feature them in these videos. And the best way to actually get them featured in the video is to leave them in the YouTube comment section below, as I always go through the comment section, and that way I can just see which question is for which video. So if you want to get your questions answered, that is the way to do it. Alright, let's not waste any more time, and let's get into the Q&A. Alright, the first question is by Michael, and he asks, why did Deathwing attack the goblins? Were they the ones who built his armor? Well, I wouldn't really say he planned a direct attack like on the goblins, but what he did was more just flying over them, just like he did with the rest of the world. Now, he did work with them in the past, but goblins are a weird race, as I covered in my RP guide videos, if you want to watch that, if you want to learn more about the goblins. But they aren't really working as one, and there are so many of them with like these different affiliations. So it would be the same thing as saying, why did the goblins help Kairoz if others were a part of the rebellion, or if some of them are neutral. So it is a bit of a different thing here and there. Also, I believe I read somewhere that originally it was planned that you are supposed to be the one who starts the volcano by kicking the ball, which is actually a bomb. I don't know if you guys remember the Goblin starting questline. You are playing like that game and you kick the ball and then Deathwing shows up. As I said, originally it was supposed to be like a bomb that would start the volcano, but I guess Blizzard thought it was a bit of a ridiculous idea, which it is. So they used Deathwing mainly for it. I mean, after all, it is an expansion about Deathwing, I mean Cataclysm, and I guess it would be a really great start, just like they did with Worlds of Draenor. If you're starting like a new race, to be almost immediately introduced to the newest enemy. I mean, in Worlds of Draenor, you have the Tanan jungle, and immediately once you pass through the portal, you see like all the warlords that you will later face on in the expansion. So I guess that is something they try to do with the Goblin starting quest zone, and you kinda meet Deathwing immediately. Alright, next question is by I'm a Gamer, and he asks, what is the lore behind the Dark Iron Dwarves? Now, there is nothing really about the Dwarven clan, just like you have the Wildhammers and the Bronzebeards. And long ago they failed to take Ironforge, and there was the entire battle between the dwarves. So they were kinda banished and made their own city, as they have it even today. Although today is a bit different, they don't really have it today, I'm talking like at the vanilla point. And later on they just battled the Bronzebeards, and the leader, in order to help his clan in battle, tried to summon ancient powers to aid him. But it kinda backfired and he summoned Ragnaros, which ended up killing him and enslaving his clan. And until recently, most of the clan just served under Ragnaros. Now in the Shattering novel, which is just a bit before Cataclysm, Moira, who is the daughter of Magni, meaning that she is a Bronzebeard, but it turns out she marries and has a baby with the Emperor of the Dark Iron Dwarves. Now during this period, the clan kinda splits up and really isn't as it was before, and a part of them joins the alliance together with Moira, while the other part joins the Twilight's Hammer. Now at this point, the Dark Iron are one of the three hammers, and you can even see through Mists of Pandaria that they're starting to get a bit closer, as at the start, they kinda formed the council, but they didn't really trust each other. But I guess soon they might even be in good relations. Alright, next question is by Bob Mad Sig, I guess, and he asks, if Kel'Thuzad is alive, do you think he will join with Bolvar as a servant, or try to kill him, or maybe even try to control him? Or do you think he will try to resurrect Arthas, or is he working for someone? If so, who? Alright, so I would say that really depends. I mean, at this point, we're pretty certain that Kel'Thuzad is in fact alive and could still pose a threat. Also, judging from before, he worked for Ner'zhul and then for Arthas, but I don't really think Bolvar is really such a Lich King as the previous two. But then again, we never really saw him in action, and we aren't really certain whether he's still good or not. I mean, he was good, and he took the position with like good intentions, but the helmet and the power might have changed him and made him evil. And since we didn't see him since the cinematic, it is really hard to speculate. I mean, of course someone can say he's evil or he isn't, but it's kinda all in just Blizzard's hands, and they can do whatever they want with the Bolvar character. They can either make him like this angel, or they can turn him into like a Lich King that is even worse than Arthas. So I would say it is the same thing for Kel'Thuzad. I mean, we haven't seen him in ages, and yet it is highly speculated that he's still alive. And I personally think he would work for someone else other than the Lich King, but it is just my own view, and I don't really have any real evidence or like hints to support this. And also on your other question, I don't think he would really try to resurrect Arthas, because I mean, he's dead and we're pretty certain he died. I don't think there is really a way for him to resurrect him. And even if there was, it would still kind of be really bad. I mean, it wouldn't really be interesting. I mean, the artist character is one of the best characters in the universe, but we have used him so much, and if they rest him again and then use him, a lot of people will definitely complain about it, and even I don't think it would be a really great idea. Alright, last question is by Mr. Recklessness, and he asks, what's the story behind the bronze dragon that helped Kairoz escape to Draenor? So I'm guessing you're referring to Kairoz, and it's pretty much as it was before, even though right now we know a bit more since the Warlords to Draenor launch, and even a bit since the beta, but it was pretty clear in War Crimes that he was working for Wrathion, and that Wrathion was behind the entire plot, behind the entire sort of thing. But now it turns out what he wanted to do was actually just get the uncorrupted horde, like the horde without the demon taint, and get them into our timeline, as he thought Azeroth alone wasn't nearly enough to battle the Burning Legion, again referencing the final battle that they always mention since the past like 2 expansions, and even I guess before that, but it's most of a recent thing. However, Kairoz kinda stabbed him, obviously killing him, and he kinda went doing his own goals. As it turns out, Kairoz wasn't the one being really manipulated, but it was Kairoz instead. I mean, Kairoz kinda used Kairoz in order to get to the previous timeline, even though he kinda died, so I guess this is a bit of a spoiler. I know a lot of people say it is a spoiler, but I don't know, like it's been 2 months since the expansion, and we knew about Kairoz like since the beginning of the beta, so I wouldn't say really it is a spoiler at this point. Also, it's just the start of the expansion, so there is still a lot more to learn about, and since we have hints that Wrathion is on Draenor, we might even see a bigger part of the plot in the future patches, and might even see like his entire plan, and I'm guessing they already know what's gonna happen in that final battle, or at least they have a vague idea, so they're just kinda giving us hints after hints, like even since the Cataclysm. So we might even learn more about it in the future. I mean, I'm definitely certain that we will, but I'm more talking like about the Wrathion and the entire plot with the Iron Horde. I'm guessing like by the end of the expansion we'll definitely know what was the entire idea in Wrathion's head. Alright, that is all there is for this lore Q&A. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, you can leave your questions by the YouTube comment section, Facebook and Twitter. And if I don't respond to your questions, feel free to send them again, and if I don't feature them, feel free to post them again and I will try to respond to them, as long as they're like actual questions that I can answer in like a lore Q&A. So if you liked the video, don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe, and also check out my Twitch.tv channel, as I just did a 12-hour stream. It was really great. I plan on doing more streams in the future. I just need to get a bit of a better processor in order to stream different games, but I will be streaming there a bit more seriously now. So check that out in the description below. And thanks a lot for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and see you next time.